Hello, hello. How are we doing? You know what? I am just curious. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Well, I thought maybe it would let me mirror the image, but it didn't. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Wood Kit Wednesday here on Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be here crafting tonight. I am excited to make another set for the interchangeable window box. I love this kit from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. And I am an affiliate for her, so she sends me some kits. I share them on Facebook and YouTube. And she gives me a small commission for people who order through my link. So I did put just my base link in the description of the video. Some people have been telling me that links haven't been working for them here in the chat. I'm just going to put it here just in case. She did tell me you do have to, it only will hold, like if you order something from my link, it'll only keep you as my customer or whatever for like 30 days. So then you have to make sure you go to my link again. But basically it's just her website and then a / Monarch Mom DIY. So hopefully that link will work. This is the interchangeable window box. Hello, everyone. I see Linda, Lana, Marlene, Becky, Cece, and Sally. Thanks for being here. Hey, Geraldine, and saying hello. I like how compact this is. This is a great interchangeable piece you can change out for seasons and holidays that doesn't take up a lot of space. Let me tell you again how big this is. It is only, it's less than 12 inches tall. It is, my ruler is so dirty. It's 11, maybe 11 and a quarter by 9. And it's not very deep either. It is about 2 inches deep. So I love this. And so your pieces are 1 and then 2 that you can change out. So let me just quick show you the other ones I have that we've made here. This is Home Sweet Home, and it's got this little, I think it's called a shaker style house with, is it in there all the way? Okay. With a star and the lamb, super cute. You could keep up, you know, pretty much any time that it's not a season or holiday. I did do the farmhouse one. It just says farmhouse. This one was really cute with all the details on this barn. The chicken, the, what do you call this, windmill, the cow. Very, very cute. And it just goes right in here. The little notch. Okay. Then the one I had in was the, now I forgot what it even said. What did it say? Hello, Autumn. Okay, this is the one that I have in there right now. And very soon, like next week, I'm going to change it out for the turkey with the pie. This one came with 2 different things. You can either have it say thankful. It's a lot of orange, isn't it? Or I thought this was cute. Gobble, gobble. I'll probably do that. I like the yellow. Okay. So once you have it in the notch there, it is, now why is that falling forward? There we go, because I didn't have it in all the way. So this is our interchangeable window box. You could add some garland around here. Today we are going to make the Oh Holy Night. This is the one I'm going to have for Christmas. And you do build this as well. It's not very difficult. You can see, though, it has a lot of layers to give you the space for the back piece, and then this to slide your words in. Hey, Susan. So this one says "Oh Holy Night," and it's got the Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. And kind of, I don't want to say cartoony, but kind of. I mean, they're kind of like the ones we made, the small squares we made for the frame. The 4-hole frame. All right, so I got lots of colors. I got my sticky board here. I need to decide what colors I'm going to use. So the colors I know for sure, I know that I need the Manger. I'm going to use hazelnut. And, oh, guys, I had to throw away, they got so used up, my small ones of these. So now I'm using these. I have a lot of them, but I prefer the ones that are round. I feel like they're easier to use. So I'm just going to do the Manger here real quick. There are some lines on it. I guess I'll get my pokey tool and make sure you can still see those lines, but I don't know how necessary that is. All right, so what do you guys think for colors for like Mary? I've seen lots of different options. Usually I do the swaddling clothes white. All right, so there's the Manger. I do have, let's see, so for Joseph, I'm thinking browns and greens. I do have his hand, his nose, and let's see, we've got his eyebrows and his mustache, which I'll probably do, I don't know what color. Oh, he's all connected one piece. Now his face comes out and her head is just one big circle. So I do have a warm bisque that I've been using. I know it's probably not accurate for skin tone for where they lived, but I think what I did one time is I took the more peachy color and put it on, and then while it was still wet, I went over it with hazelnut to try to get it a little bit, sorry you can't see. Night sky for the background of O Holy Night and the words in gold. That's a good idea. I don't really have, I mean, my gold isn't very opaque, so I was thinking yellow maybe. Or I was just thinking ocean, because night sky is pretty dark. I was thinking maybe I would use ocean. Okay, let me see. This works pretty good. It just darkens up the peach color a little bit. I am going to need to sand that though, because it's making it fuzzy. All right. There are other Christmas options also available for the window box. This is just the one that I chose. There's a, gosh, I think there's a moose one that says Merry Christmas. I think there's a Santa one, a baking one. There might be other options as well. All right, getting the skin color that I want. And I better do his nose and his hand. Oh, I got a hand for Mary too. Let's see. Let's get her hand. And Joseph's hand. So I'm just taking this warm bisque and then I'm kind of going over it. Ooh, that was a lot. With hazelnut just to darken it up. Okay, who are my Dancing with the Stars watchers? Are we happy with last night's elimination? I am. I may get in trouble saying that. do I need this for anything? I might need hazelnut again, but we'll close it up for now. All right, so Mary's hair. Why don't I do Mary's hair in, wait, is that her hair? I don't think it's her hair. I think, oh, this part is her hair. Just below this line. So let me do that with hazelnut. Why am I not seeing, there's an ad on there. Ooh, haven't watched it this season. Well, next week is the finals. So if you want to just watch the top 5 couples, you can watch next week. All right, there's Mary's hair. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter what colors I use for the clothing. I kind of wanted a little bit more color, but I think I'm going to do hazelnut for Joseph's clothes. But let's see, I don't need, just go kind of down here. Because I want to do his staff then with truffle. So it's a darker brown. Eva, how do I get these cute? Oh, if you scroll back up in the chat, I did put my link. See if I can type it again real quick. With just my one finger. So yeah, these kits are super fun to make if you've never watched before. And Christina always does free shipping, which is really nice. There you go. Hey, Carla. Yeah, I definitely need to. I even ordered some glue the other day from Hobby Lobby, from Amazon. I forgot to order more of my little sponges. Okay, so this is going to go like that, and that'll go over. All right, I want to do, oh, I have truffle. We will do truffle for, hey, Margot, and Lana and Lori. I didn't already say hello to you. All right, let's do his staff here with the darker brown. So like I said, this particular set is smallish, so things don't take up a lot of space. Should I do his, I'm thinking I should do his beard and his mustache dark brown. I mean, I know he was older than Mary, but I don't think he was like old man old. So let's do truffle, and then I may, you know, go around it, do some shading. You like dark brown? Yeah. All right, and then for his eyebrows, I just don't want to make him look like too old. Okay. Now, oh, his beard. So I'll do just his beard. This is the bottom layer, so I can be a little messier because other things will cover it over top. So sometimes it looks kind of funny until you layer the other pieces over top. All right, what about Mary? I'm thinking blues. I have ocean. I also have pool blue, which is the light blue. And I think I am gonna do, I might do white for the words. What do you think? Let's do ocean for the background. Oh, there we go. Oops. Let's see. Woo, very thick. So blue. You think yellow for the words? I think so. Let's do yellow. Oh, pool is gorgeous for Mary. Yeah. So I think I'll do pool for her dress tunic, and I think I'll do ocean for her headpiece. All right, so let's use another one of these. This is definitely harder to do the words. I guess it's not too bad. Just trying to use the kind of the tip of the sponge here. Sometimes these black sponges are kind of flimsy. Which this one kind of is. Okay, then we also need to do baby Jesus's little halo. And there's a little star. There it is. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to use yellow for. Maize. All right. So, just going to kind of outline his beard a little bit. mustache. Just with the lighter brown. That's good. It's going to help it stand out a little bit. Okay. Let's do it's not as easy to do with a paintbrush, but I can go around his tunic as well. And if I feel like it's too much paint, I kind of blur it out, blend it, or I can come back with a little sander and sand it a little bit. Okay, I think what I'm going to do with this set is I'm going to start gluing things as I finish them. So we're going to put his staff piece okay, maybe where it goes. There we go. Line up the staff and line up the hand. And then we'll glue his hand on where it goes on top of that. Now, his hand is now really close to the color of his tunic. So I'm going to just lighten it up a little bit. I may have to do that for the other faces as well. For the other skin pieces. Okay, so what? All right, I think I'm going to do his background, like his thing over his head, I'm going to do in green. Hello, Deborah. And it's a small area, so I'm just going to use a paintbrush. But I can see it here and then around back here. And remember, there'll be other pieces covering over this, so I don't have to be super neat with my painting. Now here I might, because her headpiece is going to be right up against his, so I'll go to the line here with the green, and then I think hers is going to be the ocean blue. All right, so there's his headpiece. And I have my blue. Let's see if I can do hers. Ooh, I need a little bit. More. There we go. All right. So her headpiece, we'll do the ocean blue. This paintbrush is a little flimsy. see. A little bit of a gap there, so I'm just going to come all the way down with the blue. Okay, looks really messy, but it's going to look better once we layer those other pieces on top, right? Okay, so her clothing, we said pool, and we'll have to do the sleeve as well. So let's get, I got one more of these. So thick. So I have my first craft show this Saturday. Actually, before I came on, I've been working on finishing up some books that I made. Okay, there's that, and then we need there we go. Trying to get the line between the sleeve and her hand. Alrighty. So our words are done. So let's go ahead. I was going to say I could go around this, but you wouldn't see the edges anyway when it's in the window box. So we'll just keep this simple with blue for the background and yellow for the words. Line up my letters here. Has anyone watched any good holiday movies like on Netflix or anything this year so far? All right, so there's our words. We'll let that dry. All right, he's looking pretty good, but before, yeah, let me just sand this a little bit. Maybe that'll lighten it up. Oh, that's good. That lightens it up. All right, let's glue his halo on. You know what, actually, everything's sticking now to my sticky mat. There we go. I needed to see his little face. Get his halo lined up. All right, and I need to paint. Hey, Sean. Oof. Looks like I need another brush. too much. Okay, there's baby Jesus in his white swaddling clothes. And I just need to clean out those little lines there. Okay. Now for Mary's outfit, I'm going to go around with the darker blue. Around that piece and also her sleeve. All right, so the sleeve I can glue on top of the tunic. Right like that. Get it in the little, okay. See how it helps that top piece stand out when you just do the shading around the edges. All right. I want to do kind of the opposite now. What did I use for her headpiece? I'm going to go around with Pool. Again, if you end up doing too much, you can let it dry or go over it with the sander. And then for his, I grabbed celery. I thought I could do that, but I think I changed my mind. I'm just going to go around it with hazelnut again. Just kind of keep using the browns with him. Okay. All right, so let's get Mary's head. And I just realized you need to do this top part blue as well. The top part of her head, because it's like the top of her headpiece. All right, so we'll let that one dry. And then we'll go over that. It does have a little, like, you know, band. And I thought about doing just a little splash of color. We'd use Pink Sky, just kind of a reddish pink. Be something different. Oh, and that really needs to be mixed. But it looks okay. Just for a little different color on there. Okay. Oh, the top of his is going to need to be green. So you see all these things as you start to put it together. You stay up all night. They're so fun, aren't they? All right, so the top of his, we're doing the same fern green. Now, I thought his, oh, it does. Okay, good. And then there's his little band on his. Okay. You know what? I will need to grab my black paint marker. I don't even think I have a Sharpie over here to do their eyes. All right, so let's get, trying to see where this lines up. So that is going to go there. And then this goes on top of that with his little face. Okay, so I can glue this, and I don't need to paint this top part. So exciting. I think you guys can see okay, yeah? Okay, now Mary's. Oh, she's so cute. Let's put her on here, her body. Okay, good, right up against her head. Okay, this is still drying. We have that. I think I can go ahead and put Joseph's his head on. His face is gonna go in there. And his mustache. Oh, where's his nose? There it is. I think the nose goes on last. And his eyebrows. Can't forget that. Okay. So in front of them, oh, see, now I have hazelnut on top of hazelnut. So what I'm going to do is get some truffle and go over the manger. And then you can kind of sand it while it's wet, and it gives it a streaky kind of look. See that? Isn't that cool? Because that is going to go right there. And let's put his star on his outfit. He's going to go right there. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Lots of little pieces. Let's finish Mary's headpiece. And just a little bit around her hair. right, then we line that up on the top of her head. I think we can go ahead and put the manger. All right, Joseph's face, drop it in the oval space there for it. Good, good. Then his mustache on top of that. And it kind of goes over both of those pieces. Let me grab my black paint marker real quick so I can do their eyes. This is adorable. All right, so the circles are etched there for me. Just fill them in with black. So cute. Now we can finish their faces. His nose. I know, they're so fun. It's like putting a puzzle together, but way more fun. Wow, he's got some bushy eyebrows. I'm glad we didn't make him an old man, though. Like a really old man. Ah, glue. Okay, Joseph's done. Let's glue baby Jesus in the manger. Cute. Okay, what does Mary still need? Just her little band on her head wrap. Okay, what do we think? That was a lot of pieces, wasn't it? It was, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It goes, yes, it goes in the window box. So this little notch right here, this piece drops down, and in the bottom, the furthest back to the window, there's a little notch for this piece here. So this is going to drop in here. It's not quite dry yet, so I'm going to wait. Hopefully nothing moved around. And then we'll put it together. And then the words go down here. So this is for the interchangeable window. But isn't it a super sweet nativity? I think it's so cute. He's got a little extra glue on his eyebrows, but I think it's really sweet. Super cute. Can do, you know, so many different color combinations, whatever you want to do. Let me show again, just in case you weren't on at the beginning, the other sets that I've done for the window box. Get all my dirty paint brushes over here so I can wash those when we get done. And my lids. on all my pins. All right. Okay, I have paint on my hand, but that's okay. That's why I keep baby wipes right here for when I'm crafting. Thank you, Linda. Hello, Miguelina. Welcome. Okay, so we've got the Thanksgiving one, which can either say gobble gobble, there we go, or thankful. Cute, right? So I'm going to probably change it. Actually, I may just go ahead and leave that in there for now. This is what I had in there, was just my Hello Autumn with the adorable pumpkin set here. Okay, so that's cute. And like I said, there are other Christmas ones too besides this Nativity. A couple non-seasonal ones I have done farmhouse with the barn and some animals. And I've done the Home Sweet Home with the shaker style house. Is it in there? There we go. And the sheep and the crow and some stars. So those are only a few of the different kits you can get. So if you go to my link and then you search window box, well, first of all, you'll need to make the window box if you haven't already. And then you can choose, why is this one? You know what, this one might be a little heavy forward, but that's okay because if it leans, well, that's leaning a little too much. There, I didn't have it all the way in. So it leans a little bit. I'm not sure why. No? There we go. There, I got it in there. So I'm going to keep this one in now. Anyway, you can see all the different sets that are available for it. But we're gonna, if this is dry, what was the last thing I glued? Her headpiece, I think. All right, so let's take Turkey out here for a minute. And we'll put our Oh Holy Night. Like I said at the beginning, this one is pretty compact. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot of space to store these pieces. What do you guys think? Is it adorable? I think it's adorable. I think it's really, really cute. If that bothers you that it leans forward, it doesn't bother me because, you know, nobody's going to be shaking it. You could stick something down there to make it stay back, but I think it's adorable. So cute. So then I'll have to think about what I'll do. I probably will do like a snowman one for after Christmas. And then, you know, Valentine's, spring. Because the first one I did was, I think, the Home Sweet Home. So, anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Glue a coin or two on the back. Oh, yeah, maybe. You could also put like a little sticky dot right here or a magnet if you wanted. You would just have to make sure that it was down far enough that it would be the same for all of them. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me for Wood Kit Wednesday. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments if you're watching the replay. Or you can always email me at monarchmomdiy@gmail.com. Have a great night. Bye.